What's up, you guys? Joe Dobby here, back at it again with another gameplay video, and this is part of my nationals testing. Shout out to Tessero for this loop list, who he got from Rusty, who is a very good loop player, I think, in Oceania. But yeah, I did a few tweaks to fit my playstyle and what I figured would be best for me in terms of ratios against BlackWargreymon X in a proxy event. Preparing for nationals, we do have, I think, like 8 or 9 players going to nationals here from my locals, so we are pretty good. But that said, yeah, so I start with the Ignite-mon and the Gazi Floodgate, which is pretty nice. And my opponent here, shout out to Taco, manages to get the Greymon X Anti all prepared. And he's just looking for pieces now with the Agu. On my side, I think I Digivolve into a Dark Rizza just to try and get some draws and trashes. So there we go. Dark Rizzamon, for those that don't know, has natural retaliation and on deletion draw one, trash one. Very good new addition to the retaliation suite that we see here in purple. So I go into the promote here just to put my opponent at 1 memory, because I do know that that Metal Greymon is going to pass for 2, because this level 4 Greymon X-Antibody is just that broken. I think this is the best card in BT11. Don't at me. But I play around 2 things. 1, I was able to choke the memory and kind of pass turn immediately. And 2, when I get the Digivolved, I'll still have the Dark Rizzamon effect off that promote. In addition to that, I'll also be able to set up my promote in trash and get that extra draw off the Digivolve. So I think that was a very, very good play on my end, because I made the call that that we would actually go into that Metal Greymon. And as you can see, he does have it in his hand there, and he's got it at the front page of his hand. So there we go. He's really deciding what to do here, contemplating where to go, and my Gazi's going to be gone for sure, right? But I don't mind that because there are no memory boosts out yet. But at least I have the Dark Rizzamon, and I will 100% be able to get the draw trash twice off the Dark Rizzamon and the Demi-Mervamon, which I think is very crucial in this deck. So my turn, pass 1, hatch into the Gabu, and I think, do I get the scatter? I don't. So I'm kind of stuck here, I think, and I go for the swing just to get more draws and trashes, and I do hit something that does kill me, so it's a draw 1, trash 1. I think I want to trash my promote pieces, because the closing play here is a Merva for game. And yeah, we put that Cerberusmon in there just in case that 1 copy of Dead or Alive is in security. You never know. So my main goal is to facilitate the play of promote being in my trash and the whole promote package, as well as a at least 1 level 5 in there. So we've got the Merva 100%. Kind of unfortunate that we trashed 2 more Cerberusmon. But that's fine, because I know that Mervamon is my finisher in this deck, at least in the playstyle that I like to play it. And yeah, this opportunity, this alternative win con was never really showed to me, was never really known to me until Tessero did show that list. So shout out to Tessero for helping me get there. And now we've got Metal Greymon X-Antibody, which is the 2nd most broken card in BT11, besides Yuya. I still think the level 4 is ridiculous, but it's not it's good because it only relies on X-Antibody, but most Black War Grey will be playing 3 copies of X-Antibody, so just be sure of that if you are not planning to play the deck yourself. Or even if you plan on playing the deck and, you know, you're going to be facing the mirror, a lot of people will play 2 to 3 copies of X-Anti, and I've really seen more 3 copies. So he does have the Yuya, and I think Yuya is super important, but instead goes for the Gaio just to get more security checks in. He doesn't have a rookie, which is a little unfortunate, and he goes for the Gabu and hits the Zwart. Does not have that full stack, so actually dies to the Zwart here, which is absolutely lucky for me. At this point in time, I was running 2 Zwarts and 1 Death X, so there is a pretty good chance that you were going to be hitting one of them in security, and he passed a ton of memory here for me. So this is a pretty crucial turning point in the game where he loses that Gaio, because that allows me to kill my Gabu and return some really important pieces. So I'm struggling here. I don't know if you can tell, but in my hand, I don't have a level 4. But I do manage to grab the Serb instead. And I'm just thinking of a rookie here or another Digimon. And I grab double Serb because I do have the werewolf mode in my hand. And if I happen to draw into Ultimate Sacrifice, it'll still be pretty good. And the Eismon. Unfortunate, I don't have a scatter in my trash at all. This happens a lot, so you're going to have to pilot your way out of this. Because I actually don't have a scatter, which sucks. But one of the things I do here is I Jack Raid. I can't even do that, so I take it back. Psych. And then I just Merva. So this Merva is a very aggressive play, but with the Digicross Ignitmon, I'm actually able to bring out a bunch of bodies. 2 level 4 purple Digimon. So obviously I have the full promote package, which is awesome, and the Dark Rizamon. And I'll be gaining a memory off Ignitemon's effect and off the full promote package. And I'll get a draw out of that. So putting in the 2 memory here without the Yuya was a very good response, because nothing in raising, no rookie, means that even if he did get a rookie this turn, he'd still be waiting 1 more turn to kind of get there. And by then I would have had 3 checks and potentially more in the future, because I do have the Eismon. I just need to draw into that scatter. And I do have the scatter in my hand. I can see it from here. So yeah, at that point, I do have the promote, the scatter, and the Eismon. So 3 swings here, in addition to the Gabu swing, dying, or scatter swing, dying, playing out the Eismon, and then closing out with Digivolving into the promote for game. So I definitely have lethal here. If not this game, in this turn, then in the next. And at the board state that BlackWargreymon X is at, there's just no way that you'll be able to take me out beforehand, at least from what I can tell. So this really looks like a game that is for me. So I'm going to go ahead and swing and trigger just to get to 2 memory, because I do want to set up Eismon scatter if I can. That way I have lethal on board no matter what. I think I actually don't be greedy here either. There we go. So this is actually an even better play. Wow. I am actually pretty good at this game. So dropping the scatter allows for a guaranteed lethal of 5 swings, and not even like, and you have to answer this board state. If you don't answer this board state, I pretty much win the game. And he's looking for a Hades Force here, I think. If I hit Hades Force in security, having that Greymon out there might cause an issue, but the scatter dies there and I'm able to cycle very well. And Eismon will seal the deal for me here. And there's many ways to go about that, because I'm actually given that much memory. So it's just a matter of swinging in. Dark Rizzo will trigger, draw 1, trash 1. I gained a memory also off the Ignitemon, and that is pretty much game. So pretty good overall. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.